Yo, it's your boy Budro, you know that. And if you've been here before, what's happening? If this your first time, what up, though? And today, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about Black Ops 4 and what I thought about the beta. I was on PlayStation, so I got to play it last weekend. Let's get into it. Number 1, the time to kill is way too high. This makes 2 and 3 pieces almost impossible to get, which in turn will cause more camping and more people to use silencers on their weapons, which is not fun when you're running around and you got campers that are shooting you in the back when you run past them. They're sitting in the corner. This is going to hurt the game, so they need to lower the health. 150 is not going to cut it, and then with the added armor, which is not good, because then that increases the time to kill. 2, the stim shot, it is easy to get adjusted to, but it adds an extra layer of decision making that doesn't need to be in the game. Now, after every gunfight, you have to decide whether to reload or revive. So, what does that do? It teaches the players to run away. Also, with the stim shot, once you take on damage and you stim yourself, it should recharge your health all the way up to what the damage you incur causes. It should not stop the recharge once you get shot. So for instance, I kill an enemy, I'm on 40 health, I stim myself, and I come back out and I get hit 1 or 2 bullets. Now, the stim shot, it just stops working. So my health may have recharged up to 70, and it stops there. I didn't take on half of the damage that I probably would have incurred by those 1 or 2 shots. It should recharge and continue to recharge all the way up to 130, 120, what it would have minus the damage that I took on while it was recharging. The maps are too small for the time to kill. The maps need to be larger since it takes more time to kill.
Enemy scout
As of right now, you get a kill, and the fact that you get that kill and you're so close to all the other enemies, all they do is look at their mini-map, turn around and shoot you because, like I've stated before, the stim, it doesn't revive you all the way up into the damage you incur, so you die almost immediately after you get a kill, unless you're running a silencer. Those type of things that are going to cause the game to become frustrating. The consistency in weapons. Sometimes weapons take 3 bullets to kill someone, and other times it takes 13. And this really stands out when someone has 150 health and you're trying to kill them. The consistency in the weapons need to be there. That's one thing that has to happen in this game if you want it to be successful. Also, I have a feeling there's going to be score-based matchmaking because I felt a little bit of it in the beta. My first game or two, I was getting around a 5 KD, and mind you, I didn't get the beta until Saturday. So I should have been way far behind everyone else if there wasn't skill-based matchmaking. Everyone should have had a day or a day and a half of game time already ahead of me. They should have already known about the weapons, what weapons to use, what attachments, what specialists to use. So I shouldn't have gotten a 5 KD, 4 KD straight out the gate for my first 2 or 3, 4 games. But after those first couple games, I started getting into lobbies where I was averaging a 3 KD, a 2 KD. Now occasionally I would get into a lobby and average a 4, 4.5 KD, but then immediately after that game, I would get an error message and get booted out of the lobby and put into another lobby immediately after that game, where I would see multiple max ranked beta members and then go on to average somewhere between a 1.5 and a 2 KD for the next couple of games in that lobby. If score-based matchmaking is in this game, it will absolutely kill Black Ops 4. Just because of how frustrating the game will become. You'll lose the grind factor, and then you'll also lose the most fun part of any Call of Duty, which is the score streaks. If it's a struggle to get score streaks, and you are a better than average player, you wouldn't want to play this game It makes it too sweaty. Now, if you've never played this game and you don't know how to get score streaks and you're not good at Call of Duty, this may not apply to you because you're not accustomed to getting score streaks. But if you know how to play and you've been playing for 10 plus years like I have, you know what you need to do to get score streaks. And the fact that they're making it more difficult to get these score streaks by making them so costly.
Good night.
The lowest score streak in the game costs you 5 kills in a game of team deathmatch. 5 kills. Score streaks are way too high in Black Ops 4. It's 5 kills in team deathmatch to get the lowest streak. And on top of that, the streaks don't do anything. The strike team got me 2 to 3 kills on average, and this will definitely kill the game as well. What needs to happen is for them to go back to kill streaks. Score is something made up for people who play a first-person shooter and can't shoot. The simple and best highlighted CODs have had kill streaks, not score. Especially for game modes that are your most popular, like Team Deathmatch, because by the time in Black Ops 4 you get your score streaks, the game's almost over. We're only going to 75, and it cost me 5 kills to get a spy plane. And in Domination, it makes the game so one-sided having score streaks instead of kill streaks. Because once you initially get those first batch of streaks in Domination, you just continuously get score over and over and over because everything is worth points. In Domination, if you cap a flag, you get a batch of points. If you get a kill, you get a batch of points. If you get an assist, you get a batch of points. If your trophy system shoots down anything, you get a batch of points. Now you add all that in to a Domination game on top of your score streaks earning you more score. You just rinse and repeat. All you have to do is let the enemy team capture one flag, knock them off the flag, go capture that flag, and you've gotten the majority of the points you need for your second round of streaks. Score is just absolutely ridiculous. And with score streaks not being deadly at all, it destroys the point in even getting them. The Specialists. The Specialists are cool, but they're OP, and their abilities are way too much to go on top of the Specialist abilities they already have. Also, there are way too many unnecessary noises. You play this game, you hear things that have nothing to do with what you're trying to do in the game. It makes it harder to hear footsteps, which I don't mind those being in the game. That's a part of the game. That's why you have perks like Dead Silence. But the fact that I'm playing and I can't distinguish between where the enemy's gunshots are coming from or my teammates' gunshots because there's a random helicopter noise that's going on the map. Come on now. And this is just a little bit of the negative things that I've seen. There are some good things that I like when you pick up a weapon, it comes fully loaded. That's nice. That's appreciated. This way, while you pick up a weapon you may run out of bullets and you got an enemy you know you're getting ready to face, you pick it up and it's empty like in the past, and you die because you have to reload the gun that you picked up. I like the implementation of picking up a weapon and it being fully loaded. Something else I like, the pre-game loading screen. It showed a picture, 3 pictures of the map you were going to play. I wish it was longer, so I didn't look at the same 3 pictures for 2 minutes while the game loaded in. But I like that idea. I like that concept. And that was about it. So I'll give the game, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 5.5 out of 10. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. There's not that wow factor that makes me want to put days, weeks, or even months into the game. But it's also not going to turn into a coaster like World War II did, which I don't even think I ranked up high enough to unlock the bar in that game. Honestly, with them scrapping the original design in Black Ops 4 2 years into development, I think they would have had a better game if they would have reskinned an older fan favorite like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, You know, if they would have taken the same engine from those games and then just threw on the Black Ops 4 skins on top, the same gun names, the same guns, the same characters, maybe taking out the specialists, and just put it on top of an old crowd pleaser, an old fan favorite, I think it would have gone a lot better with the community and their perception of how Black Ops 4 is going to play. And I don't want to hear this is just the beta, because that's what it's for. It's for criticism, to give back to the devs and to see if you like this style of game. It's to help you make a decision if you're going to buy the final product or not. It's up to the development team to put out a beta that they think everyone's going to like. If you don't like the beta, you probably won't like the game. Because there are some things that can't be changed, like the characters. And that's just that. So everyone that says it's just the beta, it's going to get better, the game's going to be better. Not really. Not really. The weapon types that are in the game. But they can make adjustment to these things. And what they should do is listen to the most common gripes and complaints and change them to what the community wants. Especially since we have another weekend of beta coming up. And then you wait and see how the changes were perceived, and if the changes made the game better to the community, then it'll look like, wow, Treyarch and Activision are listening to us. They're such a good company. Thanks, guys. We want to buy your game because you're going to change it if we want you to. You're going to make it a more enjoyable experience for the consumer. Me, the little guy. But, on the flip side, if you make the changes that the community wants, and it's not going the way that we thought as a community the changes would go over, then that's when Activision and Treyarch can sit back and say, hey, we're the development team, we're the producer of this game, we know what's best, not you guys, we make the game. Hate to say it, but I told you so. Your changes didn't work. Not in that tone, of course, but to sum it all up, they can sit back and say, I told you so. The way that we have the game is the way that it needs to be, and we're going to go back to the way that we originally planned for the game to play. So it's a win-win for Activision, Treyarch, and the devs. Why not make the changes that we want? That's what I don't understand. That's the main thing. Why wouldn't you implement the changes that people think they will like? Because you can always go back. It's not like once you make those changes, you're stuck with that game. If you make the changes everyone wants you to make, and it doesn't pan out the way that everyone thought it was going to, you can simply just go back. But if it goes the way everyone thinks that it will, then hey, you win because it looks like you're listening to us. And if you take too long, aka World War II, people aren't going to play your game. It's simple as that. Then the community can say, we told you so, you should have listened, but it's too late now, we don't want to play your game. But look, I want it to be good. I want Call of Duty to be a good game. I love Call of Duty. Just this beta, it didn't wet my taste buds, if you know what I mean. I had that honeymoon phase at first, where I loved it. But I think that was just because I've been playing Black Ops 3 for so long, and Black Ops 4 seemed like a breath of fresh air. But the more and more I played it, the more and more I realized I probably wouldn't play it as much as I did the games that I actually like. Hopefully they make some changes, and hopefully this is a good year for COD. But it's not looking like it. It's looking so-so. But that's it, man. That's all I got. Until next time, it's your boy Budro. You know that. Have a nice day.
Yeah, it's that Super Bowl, no, she my flow. Yeah.